Champions of Magic is coming back to the Thrasher-Horne Center May 1st, and we've got illusionist Sam Strange with us again. So happy to have you back on the show. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me back. I think last time we spoke was about a year ago, and
I
we've
cannot
been.
believe it. Yeah, it's been a year. So first of all, how are things in the magic world?
It's good actually. It's good to be back. I know probably when we spoke a year ago, we would have touched on the pandemic, and that was an awful, awful time for anyone who works in live entertainment, particularly in theatres, which were just shut. So magicians used all sorts of different creative ideas during the pandemic, but to come back after that, the audiences were so receptive and so into it, and the performers had never been more grateful to stand on a stage in front of a willing audience. So it's and we're now sort of that's all on the past. So let's never talk about that issue ever again.
Agreed. I love that. So then, if someone's never been to a show like this before, what types of, I guess, illusions or magic tricks, or just what can they expect overall at a show like
Yeah,
Champions?
well, the good thing about Champions of Magic is there are 5 magicians in the show. So you've got a mind reader who'll be telling you what you're thinking, and that's obviously varies every night and involves everybody. There's no plants or stooges that are involved in that. Random items are thrown into the audience to choose people at random, and he brings people up and reads their mind. Then you've got someone called Holly England who does more artistic style magic. And then we have, I do the grand scale illusion, the show with a friend of mine. We do a double act, and that has something like 14 large scale illusions. It's all framed with pyrotechnics. And then finally, we have an escapologist in the show called Fernando Velasco, who does the death defying dangerous escapes, Houdini's water torture cell. So he adds in that level of jeopardy. So because of the fact there's 5 magicians all doing different disciplines of magic, it is a very safe bet as far as a magic show. It's not like you're committing to one performer, and in the first 10 minutes, if you don't like that performer for whatever reason, then you are stuck with it.
How long does it take to come up with your illusion or say, okay, that's the one I want to try? How long does it take to go from that to on stage performing it?
Yeah, you know what? There's not a definitive answer to that, annoyingly, because it obviously depends on what you're working to, how original it is. I do grand sort of illusion is the category of magic I'm performing, and that's normally larger scale props, and that starts off with drawings on the back of an envelope that then transpire into little models you're making with matchboxes or anything you can find around the house. You then take that and run it past other magicians for this sort of conceptual idea of whether it's any good, and then finally you go into making prototypes. So by the time you've got to the end position of making a full-scale illusion on stage, it certainly as an illusionist, it's very expensive, time-consuming, and it's never really properly finished, because even when you've got it to a performable point on stage where the trick works, you're always then working on the scripting, you're then working on the framing, maybe changing the music. You're constantly analysing, based on the previous performances, what could be changed and made better.
So then how did you realize that illusionism, I'm not really sure what the term is, how did you know that was going to be your route?
I like illusionism. That should be a thing. Is that well? It's just because I always had though I was interested in sleight of hand magic as a teenager, the real dream, the real childhood dream, to get to the heart of it, was watching performers in Vegas, people like Siegfried and Roy, Lance Burton, David Copperfield, who would do the larger scale, vibrant sort of performances, which had a real flavour of show business to it, rather than just card tricks and coin tricks,
Tell us your favorite trick that you performed or illusion.
Basically, I do this thing where we vanish on stage. So this is a great question. So you vanish on stage, but then we reappear hanging above a large mirror ball that's in the center of the stage. And it's really good because it's just fun, it's vibrant, it sort of encapsulates what magic for me is about, which is a combination of just fun, mystery, sort of how do you do that, but not taking it too seriously. That's the sort of style I like.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today to get us all excited about it. I know it's going to be a great show. Again, just to remind everyone, Champions of Magic at the Thrasher-Horne Center May 1st, and you can get tickets at championsofmagic.co.uk. Thank you again, Sam Strange.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be back.
Of course, and safe travels. And if you'd like to see this interview again, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.